Okay, so to make sure that you understand your homework, just going to go through these really quickly. Independent means that one doesn't have an effect on the other. Dependent means that one affects the other one. So you flip a coin and then you roll a fair six-sided die. Anyways, whatever one doesn't affect the other one. So that's independent. A bag contains 8 red marbles and 4 blue marbles. You randomly pick a marble. You don't put it back and then you pick a second marble because you didn't return it. That is dependent because your first choice will affect the second outcome. A box of chocolate contains 5 milk chocolates, 5 dark, 5 dark. You randomly select and eat 3 because you're eating them. Then we're going to say that is dependent. You take one, eat it, take a second one, eat it. So dependent. And you could argue that one if you didn't like that answer. Okay. Number 4, a cooler contains 10 bottles of sport drinks. For 3 times you randomly grab a bottle, return the bottle to the cooler, and then mix up the bottles. The first time you get a lemon drink, the second and third time you get, okay, if you're returning the bottle each time, then it's independent. Find the probability that you flip a coin and then roll a fair, that the coin lands on a heads. So probability a heads and probability that you roll an even number is just going to be 1/2. Even number, you have 2, 4, 6. So 3 out of 6, which is also 1/2. So 1/2 times 1/2, 1/4. Probability that you roll a 5 and that you roll a 6. Well, that's going to be probability of that you get a 5 is 1 out of 6. Probability that you get a 6 is 1 out of 6. So 1 out of 36. There are 8 shirts in your closet, 4 blue, 4 green. You randomly select one to wear on Monday and then a different one on Tuesday. You wear blue shirts both days. All right, you have 8 shirts in your closet and you want to wear a blue shirt. So the first day you have 4 blue shirts out of the 8. If you've already worn one on Monday, then on Tuesday you only have 3 to choose from out of 7 shirts. Okay, so 4 times 3 or cross cancel, reduce if anything. So 12 out of 42. As you reduce, it makes your numbers easier. A basket contains 5 apples and 7 peaches. You randomly select 1 piece of fruit and eat it. So together you have 12 pieces of fruit. That you get an apple, and then the second is a peach. Well, apple is 5 out of 12. You eat it, and the second one is a peach. So peach is 7 out of 11. And whatever that is. All right. You have a single standard deck of cards. And it says, which of the following pairs are mutually exclusive? So again, mutually exclusive means that one doesn't affect the other one. So for example, you can flip a coin heads. If it's heads, you know it's not going to be tails. They can't be the same. Okay, so that would be mutually exclusive. So drawing a red card or drawing a king. A red card or drawing a king. Well, a red card and a king, you could have a red king, so these are not mutually exclusive. B, drawing a red card or drawing a club. Well, you could draw a red card, but a club is not a red card, so those are mutually exclusive. You can't be both. Drawing a black card and drawing a spade. Yeah, you can draw a black card and draw a spade. So those are not. Drawing a black card and drawing an ace. Same thing. Drawing a black card and drawing an ace. Okay, not. All right, this next page is actually a little bit confusing. Here we go. So first one, vocabulary. The U, or it looks like a U, is a union, and it means or. You could say, read it as A union B. You could also read it as A or B. So A or B means all of A or all of B. It's all of that. This one is an intersection, and you read it as and. So A intersecting B or A and B. So A and B is obviously what's in both A and B. B minus A, so all of B, subtract away A. All of B, easy. All of A, easy. All of A, subtract B. Okay. So that's pretty straightforward. This one is the one that can be a little bit confusing, okay? So first, C complement. What does that mean? That means what is not in C. So this is C. What is not in C? Okay, what's not in C? And the answer is actually 290, but it's easier if you can list the numbers out so that you know how they got 290. They wanted you to add up all of those. So what's not in C would be the 55, 35, 90, but also these out here, the 95 and the 15. Okay, so that's what's not in C. This one is C minus what's not in B. So for this one, it's all of C minus what's not in B. Okay, so that means, so this one is actually a little bit tricky, and I made myself a note, but let me see if I explain it. So let's go with what's not in B. So what's not in B? So the complement of B is, if this is B, what's not in B is all of this. Okay, 85, 10, 60, 15, 95. That is not in B. So now I'm going to say C minus, well, what's not in B. Well, the only thing left over, if it's in C and not in B, has to be the 40, the 70, and the 45. Okay. And again, you can think of it, what's in C, all of these minus what's not in B. And so then you cross those off. Okay, B and C, well, that one's easy. That's the intersection, 40, 70, 45. And then we have the last one. Try to think about that one, C minus B complement. Okay, so for this last one, C minus B complement, or you can say the complement of C minus B. So we're going to do C minus B, which is same up here. So you have all of C, take away B, so you're just left with 85, 10, and 60. But then it's the complement of that, so it's not that. So not that is going to be all of 55, 35, 90, this, the 40, 70, 45, the 15, and the 95. Okay, all right, the trickiest ones out of these two, I believe, were those two. All right, and that's good.